Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really easy and simple spinach stew with chicken. So chicken spinach stew. This is really easy to make. As you can already see, I am frying up my chicken. Now with your chicken, in terms of seasoning, you're gonna go with some salt, some garlic powder and some all peppers and a little bit of pepper. You're gonna really lightly season your chicken, okay? And then you're gonna fry it just like you see in the video. If it's not cooked through, don't worry about it. You have to take it off the stove. We're gonna put it back in it. We're gonna introduce it back into the stew later on to finish the cooking, so you don't need to worry about it. And that same pot, you're gonna pour in some onions, some chopped onions, and then you're gonna put some garlic in it. That's the garlic. And when it's nice and golden brown, you're gonna go ahead and add your tomato puree. Now you're gonna cook down this tomato puree until it's really like thickens up, not burnt like my one. And then you're gonna go ahead and add in some fresh tomatoes. You're gonna stir everything together, and then you're gonna reintroduce your chicken, okay? Yeah, when everything is cooked down, you're gonna reintroduce your chicken. Now in the chicken, put everything in the chicken, like put everything, the chicken in the stew with, put everything in there, okay? And we're gonna stir this up until it's nicely combined, and we're gonna let it cook for a bit. We're also gonna season the sauce, because remember, the sauce is not seasoned, the tomato is not seasoned, the chicken is seasoned. One tip I'm gonna give to you is that if you're going to season your stew or anything that you've got, leave the salt to last. If you're gonna do with all peppers or any other all pepper seasoning or chicken seasoning or anything, leave the salt to last, because all these all pepper stuff has salt in it, and you don't want to be, you don't want it to be too salty. So in there we went with some pepper, then with chicken seasoning, then we went with ginger, and then this is my all vegetable pepper seasoning. Add a bit of water to make it dilute a little bit because it was too thick. And then after everything is mixed, and then we do a taste test, make sure the salt content is okay or need a bit more, then we're gonna go ahead and add our salt to it. That way our food does not become too salty. And when the salt is added to your main meal, that's the salt I'm using, you're gonna go ahead and cover it and let it cook, bubble up until there is a form of oil on top of the stew, just like how you see. Brilliant, your stew is done. We're gonna reintroduce our spinach, and to do that, to make sure that it mixes really well with the stew, we're gonna remove all the chicken out. So we're gonna remove all the chicken out, but don't worry, we're gonna reintroduce it. At this stage, your chicken is cooked through, okay? So don't worry that if it's not cooked through, I'll leave it in the sauce to cook, okay? But at this stage, the chicken is cooked through. We are using the frozen spinach, so you have to leave it to defrost. Then you're going to squeeze out the water from it, so all the moisture from it, so your stew does not become watery. You can go ahead and use the fresh one as well, but what I found the frozen one much better, because it has a long lasting storage. In terms of storage, it lasts a bit longer. Because if you're not ready to use it, you can always leave it in the freezer and it's okay. Whereby the fresh one, goes off quite quickly. I feel like it goes off quite quickly. So yeah. So you're gonna reintroduce your chicken to the stew, and you're gonna cook everything down with the stew. At this stage, you're good to go. Your stew is ready. But if you wanna go a bit, the next stage, you can add a bit of whisk egg. So that's what I'm gonna do. But don't worry, if you don't have egg, you can actually have this as it is. But I'm gonna go with a bit egg. So you're gonna crack some eggs. It doesn't matter how much you want to crack. You can do a lot, you can do little, it's up to you. And you're gonna pour it just like how you see in the video. You're gonna whisk. You don't have to put seasoning in it, you don't have to put salt in it, you don't have to put anything. So this is just raw cracked egg whisked, okay? You can go ahead and put some seasoning in it if you fancy it, if you want, but just some advice, your stew already have the seasoning in there, so don't need to do that. So you're gonna cover it, let it cook up a bit, and then you're gonna take the lid off and you're gonna gently stir it so you don't break the eggs. And then when you do that, cover it again and then let it cook through, and then that's it. That's how you've done. Now you can have this with some rice, plain rice. Really goes well with this. You can have it with some baked potatoes or boiled potatoes. I'm not much of a fan with it with boiled. Baked potato just give it a bit of like taste to it. It's really good. Or you can have it with some yams or sweet potatoes, any carb, you know, it goes really well with any carbs. And that's how we all done. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you'll be able to make this or be able to follow this thoroughly and make it a home for yourself or for your family. And I hope that you enjoy it. If you got any questions, leave in a comment below. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Stay safe and stay blessed out there. Bye bye.